A community needs people and organizations committed to making a difference. We need people who have the right spirit, people who inspire, who help improve lives, who want to shape a stronger community. At United Way, we just happen to know some people who have that spirit.
I view United Way's role in the community as a platform to raise and distribute funds back to the community, to Health and Human Services. I view them as their role as a community impact organization, a collaborator with other organizations, partnerships, businesses, individuals, and also a volunteer organization. So connecting people to volunteer opportunities, whether it be ones that they hold themselves, like Big Cheese, which I participated in, which was a great event, or Day of Caring, which I also participated in, which really brings people together in the community, businesses, and gives an opportunity to give back. My involvement with ELU makes me feel happy. It makes me feel that I'm giving back to the community. I feel excited to be part of a community of like-minded people that I might not necessarily have been around or have the opportunity to meet. It's a way that I can give my time, my talent to volunteer, network, and grow myself as well. I think it's important for me to grow as a person so I can be a better asset to the community as well. I have a great quote that I live by, that I use in my daily life, my work life, and it's be the change you wish to see in the world. And I think individually, if we focus on that and we try our best to be the change that we want to see, then collectively when we come together, that's going to happen. I think being involved in the community and giving back is so important. So for us to be able to do that in this capacity with the ELU is just so important.
So I have two students. Every time I go, I do half-hour one and then half an hour for the other one. One of them's a boy, the other one's a girl. Boy has a lot of imagination. He's always coming up with new stuff. He goes on tangents about something related to the story. And the girl, I guess she's really into the details. You know, she's more kind of focused on the pictures and then what goes on in the story and asks questions about the story. So it's kind of fun to have that mix. And you know, they always bring a new perspective to things, so it's a lot of fun. They have better reading comprehension, so sometimes throughout the story I'll stop and ask them, okay, what happened? Can you tell me about, you know, what this guy did? And then finally, I think once they encounter a word that they see challenging, before they would kind of stop and look at me and be like, you know, wait for me to read it, and now they actually try every time to read it. So it's been great, but it's good to see just the progress. At first they were very shy. Like the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 sessions, they'd be like, okay, he's my tutor. They see like, you know, this older person who's coming to make him read. And now they'll just ask me about my daughter, they'll ask me about my family, they'll ask me about, you know, my last soccer game, and then I'll ask them about their family, their pets. You know, one of them loves to talk about their dogs, and I think they really like that someone from outside the school comes to see them and give them that attention. So they're an open book, and they want to just talk and tell you everything. So it's been really cool forming that bond with them.
My role is to serve as a volunteer on the Safety Net Services Focus Area Panel. In that role, we review applications, we meet with organizations to discuss their programs, and we determine if there's a real need in the community for the programs that they provide. These types of programs serve the most vulnerable people in our community, and we're really seeing a need for programs such as homeless programs, homeless prevention, programs serving domestic violence victims. Those are the type of programs that we see on the Safety Net Services panel. I wanted to be a part of this process because I enjoy learning and I enjoy finding out more about the community. And I figured this was a good way to both serve the community but also learn about different organizations that are providing these services. Also, I contribute to the United Way, and when I make a donation, always in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is this really going to serve somebody that is really in need? And through this process, I know that these dollars are used to serve the most vulnerable, and it's being used wisely, and there's accountability, and I can be assured that my money is going to a good program. It makes me feel proud to be a participant in this process. It makes me feel happy that even though I can't individually go out and help every single person in Berks County, there's an organization that probably touches thousands and thousands of people that live and work in this county, and it's more of a collective impact that I can't do everything on my own, but there are other people, there are other volunteers, there are other organizations that can touch every single person and help them however they need.
We think to be a great company, you should also be a good company and spend some amount of time and resources giving back to make the community a better place to live and work and raise families. Well, the biggest outlet for us as far as making an impact in the community is through United Way, because United Way is uniquely positioned to look across the community, figure out what the greatest needs are, make sure resources are going to address those needs through the various nonprofits that we support. And very importantly, United Way also holds those organizations accountable for outcomes and good governance and good management. When I heard we exceeded $1 million for the second year in a row and had a pretty good increase, frankly, over the previous year's campaign, I had a range of emotions, starting with shock, and then just an incredible sense of gratitude for our employees for being so generous, and pride in working for such a great company.
I've been involved with the Thanksgiving food drive for the last 15 years or so. At least in the last 5 years, I've been doing the nuts and bolts, from organizing and all the way to providing the food to the Salvation Army. And it's been a great pleasure, and it's amazing to see the people when they come and receive, and people cry, and we take it for granted because we are blessed, but a lot of people don't have their daily needs. We had a great response. I remember when we started, it was like probably 10 families or so we used to support, but it has grown so much. Organization-wide, we support almost like 100 plus families. I think last year we supported 115 families or so. So it is still a great opportunity from multiple departments to get together to collect the food and then box it up. We almost boxed around 600 boxes of food and then delivered to the Salvation Army. That itself is an amazing experience by itself.
So it was phenomenal to see that together, the experience can definitely bring the community as one. Giving to United Way means a lot to me. It means that we care. We care about our people in our community. A lot of times we find ourselves just caring about our families and people that we personally know, but giving to United Way is that we're just caring about the human race in general, and providing to Berks County United Way is definitely a way to make an impact in people's lives without even directly knowing who you're touching.
A planned gift is something that, of course, is something very personal, something that you have to think about and determine from where it will come. But it lasts forever. And the idea of being able to make a gift to the society in which you live that can make an impact for many years way beyond those that you're going to be on this earth is something that's extremely impactful. And the more people that we can explain that to, and the more people that can understand it, the better our community will continue to be for a long time to come. There is a misconception that planned giving is just for those who have wealth, and that couldn't be anything further from the truth. Planned giving is giving of something that you have that can be valuable to those that come after you. Whether it's a small amount or a large amount doesn't matter, because it will be giving for a long time. Back when my wife and I were the chairs of the United Way campaign, we used to have a Greek saying that was fasuli fasuli yemizito sakuli, which means a bean at a time. You can eventually fill a bag. You can't always get a full bag when you go out there to pick beans, but those little gifts eventually become the beans that fill a full bag. So there is no gift too small when you get involved in planned giving. United Way's commitment to those that make a planned gift is the same commitment that they have, particularly in Berks County, of being good stewards of the dollars that are given to them. It's important for me to create a legacy of giving to the United Way and in the planned giving world, because I believe in the organization, I believe in the county of Berks in which we live, and I believe in giving back to this community. And I can't think of a more impactful way of doing that than to creating a legacy that will go on far beyond the years that I'm here.